Lost story going. We have Erika Flint. Erika is going to talk to us about reprogramming your weight. Erika, join me on the red carpet with those amazing shoes. You guys can't see her shoes. They're real good. I kind of want to hold my microphone up to them. If they could talk, they would say wonderful things.
I bet they would. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so I want to talk about Reprogram Your Weight. Before we do, we've got about 15 to 20 minutes left of their program, and hearing from a lot of you guys that you want to hear more about the process for writing the book. So 70% of you say you're getting what you need from this. 31% say you need more information, more about the process of writing the book. If there is something else you want to hear with our last couple interviews, go ahead and type that in. Erika's book, Reprogram Your Weight. We're going to talk about it in 1 second, but let's just start with what the people are looking for. So why don't we tell people about the process of writing Reprogram Your Weight?
All right. Well, the process was different than what I thought it would be. I thought writing a book was going to be sitting down and just, writing your book, but it was
perfect.
It was a lot different than that. And the writing process was actually, once we did, so there's a lot of work getting ready to write the book. And I really appreciated that because it really got me in the right frame of mind. I had a different idea about what I was going to write about and kind of focus on before I came in here. Same topic, but it just changed a little bit by the time I did a lot of the pre-work, which was so valuable to me, so valuable to my ideal reader. I learned a lot in the process. When it came time really to just sit down and write the book, that part was a little bit easier for me than I had anticipated. I thought that was going to be the hardest part.
Mm-hmm.
I really did. But I think the most challenging part for me was really getting all of these extra things done that I had no idea were part of writing a book, And so making sure that those things were all done. And I just felt really, really good about getting all of those things done because everything that your team and you guys were doing to make sure it was getting done. So I didn't have to worry about that. All I really had to do was just focus on what am I doing right now, writing the book, what am I doing right now? And that part seemed to go a lot easier for me than I thought.
So Erika, I know most people, you are independently wealthy and have an abundance of time, had nothing else going on, and you were able to just luxuriate in the process 8 to 12 hours a day.
Oh my goodness. I have a full-time practice. I'm a trainer. I'm running a small business. I have a couple other hypnotherapists that work with me in my office. So through this whole process, I was very, very busy, but I still found time to do this. And, it was about prioritization and it was about doing things in the right order to make the steps easy and not pushing through in areas when it's not the right time to do that. So kind of the pre-work that we did for the book writing made everything so much easier. It was a lot of work, but I was able to do it. I really, and so it just happened, me putting the time in and the effort in and doing it in this particular order that really helped.
You were in a 13-week program. Did you find during those 13 weeks you were canceling trips or dinners with friends, or when you say you prioritized it, what were the things that you had to give up in order to get the book done?
Yeah, I put this on, one of the top of my priorities for those weeks. So I didn't make plans ahead of time with my friends and family, to begin with, no, I'm writing a book. And I think that was really valuable to me. I have great support, great friends and family, and that understood what I was doing, and really getting in that real focus is really important too. So you get in that frame of mind, you get your mindset on what you want to do, and then that helps you really with the process.
Yeah. And the other thing I would say there that's a little hack that you may or may not have caught is she had an end date. Now, she had an end date because she was in our program, but even if you're not in our program, you can pick an end date. If you just tell your friends and family, I am indefinitely unavailable because I'm writing a book, the book is never going to get finished. You're going to sometimes say yes to your family. You're going to sometimes say no. But my guess is it was easier to say no or to not make plans. I'm sure if there was a wedding or, some major thing, you would go, but all those little plans that just never got made, nobody's feelings were hurt. Without that end date, how do you think it would have been different in your life?
Oh, it would have been much different. And you're right. I did, I went to birthday parties. There was bunch of birthday parties, 4th of July, all sorts of things. I did all of those sorts of things. The end date was super important because then I had it on my calendar. I time boxed myself, I think it was called. I just said, okay, here's where I'm working on my book. And you're right, my family did know that there was an end date. And for me personally, this is one of my values too, which is I'm not going to get myself out of balance doing this because it's not good for me. It's not good for my health. And so I knew that having an end date for this was critical because I can do something for a certain period of time. Like this, right? And I can push myself, I can grow. And that was part of this process too that I really appreciated was how it allowed me to personally and professionally grow, which I was not expecting that. I thought I was going to sit down and write the book and it was just going to be everything in my head and everything that I'd learned, everything in my heart, and it was just going to come out, which it did. However, it was more than that because what happened was the process itself pushed me through and it challenged me and it changed me. And it changed the work that I do with people too.
Oh, that's amazing. So I think you're like a lot of people, your background is hypnosis. And so people have different interests, whatever it is, coaching, massage, and you could write about almost anything. Hypnosis obviously addresses any range of things from self-care to phobias to trauma, acute things, long-term, short-term. Many people would try and write about everything. Like this is the book of everything I need to know, everything I know about hypnosis. Those books, by the way, don't get finished. So if you're thinking about the big book of whatever, you're probably not going to finish that one. Why reprogram your weight? Obviously, this is has a weight loss bent, but I'm guessing the tools in here would apply to other issues.
Yeah, that's true. And so I was really inspired to write this particular book from my clients. And so what I was seeing in my practice day in and day out were clients coming to me and saying, you know what, Erika, I want to lose weight and I know what I need to do, but I just on a daily basis, I just am not consistently following through on what I know I need to do. It's like, I know I need to eat healthier. I know I need to be more active. I know I need to get better sleep. I know I need to do blah, 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 fill in the blank. But on a daily basis, they just were not following through on that. And there's another residual component to that. When we know we should be doing something and then we don't follow through, then we can kind of start to get in this pattern where we're not feeling good about ourselves, right? And so I really wanted to write this book to help people understand, there's another way. There is a completely other way to lose weight with hypnosis, and it is about changing how you think, changing how you feel, the ability to change patterns like habituated programs inside. And so this is really a book about using hypnosis to get at that under component there. Getting rid of the emotional baggage, getting rid of the thought patterns that aren't helping us. Thinking things like being a member of the Clean Plate Club, right? Like having to finish all that food.
Don't want to waste any food.
Right, don't want to waste any food, and there's starving children somewhere in the world that must need this food, so I must eat it myself, right?
That will help them.
Right,
I've tried that, by the way.
And there are hundreds of those stories that people have that are very common. And so I started seeing that message over and over again in my office, and I just really wanted to help people know that there's another way. The clients that I really work with on a regular basis, and my ideal reader is frustrated. They are stressed. They are upset. A lot of them are hopeless. They don't think that there is a way to lose weight, and they've been struggling with the same issue for most of their life. And so this book is provided to give them hope that there's another way. Even if everything else has failed, there is still a way to lose weight with hypnosis.
I love that. Erika Flint, Erika, you got some fans out here. There's so many messages here. I couldn't even begin, but Marcella says you're an inspiration. Brenda says, congratulations. Thank you for your great work. Cherish says you've written a groundbreaking book. I agree with that, Cherish. And I read a lot of weight loss books, let me tell you. She says, thank you for your helpful insights on the writing process. Ronald says, actually, the book to me isn't so much about hypnosis as it is about the recognition how we as people actually work and why dieting doesn't work for us.
Right. So there's a couple very specific things that I think are important for people to understand, because sometimes when we're thinking about food all the time, we're trying to count and point and measure. And so we're just like consumed by thinking about food. And that's one of the problems that one of my clients faces. I'm so tired of thinking about food all the time. I'm constantly thinking about food. Oh my gosh, it's like a part-time job, right? And so that's one of the things that is important for people to understand. Whatever we think about grows. So if you're thinking about food all day long, what do you think is going to happen, right? You're going to eat more, right? Yeah, so there's another way. there's another way. And the other way is, we have to kind of reprogram that whole thought pattern and get back to what our body is naturally designed to do. Listen to our appetite, let it tell us when we are hungry, eat when we're hungry, stop when we're full. But the book is really about helping people know how to do that and getting rid of some of those unconscious or subconscious knee-jerk reactions to things like, oh my gosh, I'm stressed, so now I'm going to eat ice cream. Stressed, I'm going to eat ice cream. Stressed, I'm going to eat ice cream. So changing that into a better, updated program.
Love it. Update the program, people. Reprogram.